This week on JambarTV, we'll be discussing the vaccine mandate protest and the opinions of YSU students. Then, we'll discuss the Rocket Club and what the students are doing for their capstone project. We'll also talk about the volleyball team and how they started off in league play.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Abigail Cloutier alongside Leslie Huff. On Monday, September 27th, students and faculty gathered outside of Todd Hall to protest a potential vaccine mandate on campus. I went to see what people on both sides of the issue had to say.
Protesting having a choice.
Students and faculty gathered with signs reading "Vaccine mandates are unconstitutional" and "No vax mandate." One student explained why she chose to come to the protest.
It comes down to having a choice. If we take away the basic rights and freedoms of being able to choose whether we put a vaccine in our body, that is the beginning stages of taking away so many more freedoms. I view it as this is the same way the Holocaust started. I mean, and I know that's putting it into very blunt terms, but this is the exact same way. It didn't all happen at once. It was slowly by slowly. He took things away, and this is exactly what they're trying to do to us.
The protest was organized in part by a professor who left the faculty union after it released a statement advocating for a mandate.
When the union had two protests, that's when I got involved on campus. First, they had a mass protest, and then they protested to acquire vaccines. And that wasn't really representing my voice and the voices of a lot of other people, so that's why I stood up and said I'm against this.
Many students walking by refused to sign the petition against the vaccine mandate. Two other science majors expressed disappointment in the protests they walked by.
I mean, we take classes. I mean, we're both, going into, a further field of science. So we both take classes about how this has worked, how it's, how it's almost abolished polio, abolished smallpox, things like that. And there are people still saying that it doesn't work. And then they're just covering it up as it's, our choice. But really, why should you have a choice whether or not you should spread something that can kill people?
In the last week, multiple protests have been seen on YSU's campus. These events have sparked discussions about whether or not protests should be allowed on campus. Anna Plesso, senior exercise science major, expressed what she thinks about the protest.
I mean, I think it's nice that we could do them. I think it's nice to have the ability to do free speech on campus, whether I agree with it or not. So I think they're a good thing to have, and I think it's good for everybody to be able to see everybody's viewpoints and kind of just be able to get that speech out.
Fuller, junior art education major, explained how the protest can affect students on campus.
I believe that people have freedom to do that and have freedom of speech, but whether that should be on campus, that sometimes that can disturb classes and other people don't feel comfortable. So personally, I think they should possibly be taken off campus where they still have that freedom, but it's not disturbing other people that don't feel comfortable.
Cassie Sauber, freshman biochemistry major, expressed similar concerns as Fuller.
I think protests are important to inform other people and to be educated on current events, but also I feel like there's a point where it needs to be.
With these recent events, students are wondering how proactive the protests are.
While students protested vaccine mandates across campus Monday, anti-abortion group Created Equal set up near DeBartolo Hall. The group often tours universities showing graphic abortion imagery on a screen and signs placed throughout campus. The group does not believe in abortion for any reason.
Yeah, if we could pass legislation that would completely ban elective abortion, we would support that, but we also support legislation that only goes to a certain point as well, as long as fewer innocent human beings are being killed through abortion.
One student expressed her disappointment in their presence on campus.
I think it's pure evil and pretty cruel that a man has a say in what happens with a woman's body, because they will never understand what we go through. And making abortion illegal not only is very unethical, but puts women and young girls in harm's way, because then they'll go out seeking abortion on their own, which could be very dangerous.
Their presence came in the wake of the announcement of a bill that would totally ban abortion currently being discussed in the Ohio Senate.
A major university campaign concluded last week. Aileen Blaine has more.
The YSU Foundation's We See Tomorrow campaign concluded September 23rd after raising more than $126 million.
The funds will go toward a variety of campus improvements, including student scholarships, professor endowments, classroom technology, and the Excellence Training Center on campus. The campaign began in 2014 with an initial goal of $100 million.
We planned a 7-year campaign and we hit the $100 million mark a year and a half early, which we were so grateful. And I was thinking we were done, but President Tressel said, no, we're going to continue on and we're going to increase our goal by $25 million. And
over the 7 years, the campaign received over 32,000 donations, 40 of those amounting to at least $1 million each. The philanthropic event is thought to be the largest ever in the Mahoning Valley.
I'm Aileen Blaine, reporting for JambarTV.
After the break, executive producer Sydney Stolniker sits down with Jackie Levisser.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
YSU English invites you to explore the more than 100 classes we have to offer. Students have the chance to read the classics and to discover classics in the making, to encounter the many voices in literature, and explore their own voices creatively. Students can develop practical skills for the professional marketplace in technical and business writing classes. They can study linguistics, education, and second language acquisition, and even film and screenwriting. Come see what YSU English has to offer you.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Sydney Stolniker, the executive producer, alongside Jackie Levisser, the University Events Director. And today we'll be discussing the SKEG Lectures on campus. So Jackie, welcome to JambarTV.
Well, thank you for having me.
So YSU has 3 different lecture series on campus. What makes SKEG Lectures different?
Well, SKEG's formed in 1966, so it has a rich history with the university. Brought in, many speakers from Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher, Toni Morrison, Jane Goodall. Recently, we had Anderson Cooper. So really well-known people who are experts in their field. So SKEG's topics can be from any of the arts and sciences. It's just a really asset to campus and community. All of our lecture series are, because tickets are free, and you see these people at other places and you'll pay $50 to $100. So it's really a really nice benefit for campus and community.
Mm-hmm. So the first lecture of the semester is next week, featuring Michael Simon. Can you tell me a bit about what he'll be discussing?
Sure. Michael is a celebrity chef. He's actually from Cleveland, so kind of a hometown boy. Talking about his success, how his work ethic, very strong work ethic, strong family ties. His wife is his partner. He named one of his restaurants after his mother. And then we're talking about, he has a couple cookbooks out right now to help people with immunity issues, inflammatory issues. So he'll be talking about that. And this one will be interesting because he'll be on stage and he'll actually be interviewed by President Tressel.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So YSU has previously invited American journalist Bob Woodward and scientist Jane Goodall to speak at these lectures. What factors influence your choice of guest speakers?
Sure. Like I said, with SKEGs, it's with any of the arts and sciences. The two other lecture series, Senefani, is more based on social justice, and then our Thomas Colloquium is more business focused. So with SKEGs, it's a little more broad. We have a committee that throws out suggestions. I always open up suggestions to, I'd love to get them from students if you ever have any ideas. So we take that into account. I kind of go back, each speaker has an agent. So we talk to them, work out schedules, see what would be the best fit. We try to cover all topics. Like you said, we had the two journalists, and we have a wide range this year for 2021 and 2022 with Michael Simon, like we talked about, celebrity chef, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, the chief medical correspondent at CNN, Bozoma St. John, she's going to be with our Thomas Business Series. She is the chief marketing officer for Netflix. And then Bill Nye the Science Guy in April. So we've got a wide range of speakers hoping to appeal to all audiences. And so that's kind of what we go for.
Yeah, I know many people are excited about Bill Nye. So
I'll tell you, he was supposed to come last year, March 18th, and it hit right at COVID. So we had to cancel it. And he was our quickest seller. The tickets were gone in 22 minutes.
Oh my God.
So that I would recommend anybody wanting to go, get the tickets quickly.
Yeah. So how can students sign up for these lectures?
Well, with every lecture, we've developed a great partnership with Stambaugh Auditorium. They can order their tickets through the box office there, go up there, or you can order them online at StambaugHauditorium.com. And with each lecture, I make the tickets available 6 weeks prior to the date of the lecture. So if you go on the events website, Stambaugh's website, all the information's there, or feel free to email me. I can provide the information.
All right. So I think that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you, Jackie, for joining me. Up next, Abigail and Leslie will bring you the rest of our student news.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
Welcome back. YSU student Bryce Clay Hickman was arrested on charges of disorderly conduct, gross sexual imposition, criminal damaging, and burglary. His preliminary hearing will be on November 1st at 10 a.m. Police were called just after 11 p.m. by a female student at the University Courtyard Apartments, which are located on campus near Bliss Hall. She accused Hickman of keeping her in her room against her will and groping her.
Call us immediately as soon as this happens. Our officers, are trained. We can come down there, find out what the situation is, especially if it is something severe of this nature.
For cases of sexual misconduct, please reach out to campus police or the Title IX office in Todd Hall.
Students of the STEM sorority group Phi Sigma Rho are holding rush events under the theme Walking Through the Decades. Events begin the week of September 27th and include activities such as costume contests, seed planting, pot decorating, painting, and roller skating. Majors in mathematics, science, and forensic science are welcome to attend. Avery Jones, Director of Fundraising, says the group hosts a lot of fundraisers for fun causes.
You just kind of raise money in any ways you can so we can do events. We went ice skating last semester. We also went to a hockey game before. We've just done things here and there so it won't overwhelm us with you know, being in a sorority and being a STEM major because it's already kind of overwhelming.
Information, visit thejambar.com.
Student organizations at YSU have dealt with many issues since the start of the pandemic. Many groups have struggled to stay afloat. Brenda Scott from the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion says there is a desire to start some organizations back up again.
I think people want to get more, involved socially because they haven't been around people for so long, and also just trying to find a sense of belonging on our campus.
Do you have an idea for an organization? Starting one is easy. Caleb Queen from Student Activities describes what's needed for an organization to be created.
Through our organization management system, Simplicity, you can get there by going to your Penguin portal and going to e-services for students and then clicking clubs and organizations. When you're on there, you hit student organizations and there's a tab to register a new student organization. You would fill out that application and it would come to me.
YSU students gathered last Friday to invoke a change on campus. Reporter Jessica Stamp has all the details.
Legacy Forest members and volunteers rallied together for a global march for climate change action on Friday, September 24th. Catherine Donahue, a Legacy Forest member, wants to bring attention to YSU's investment portfolios and find more sustainable options.
We are here gathering as students to demand that YSU does more to help solve the climate change issue, as well as invest in sustainable investment portfolios, because there's a bit uneasiness about where they invest, and we want to make sure that their investments are fossil fuel free.
Donahue hopes to educate the YSU community on how important renewable resources are for the environment and how YSU could improve. Colleen McLean, physics, astronomy, geology, and environmental science professor, helped form the Legacy Forests. She enjoys watching students take action and getting involved with their future.
I'm really happy the students are participating. It's their future, and so for them to take an active role and be part of a global initiative is really special, and I'm really proud of them.
Some students, like Abby Schoenflow, sees the march as an opportunity to make a change and to have her voice heard.
We're destroying our Earth, and if we don't do something drastic in the next 7 years, we will reach a point of no return, and it's really important.
Legacy Forests in the March for Climate Change hope to inspire students to live a more sustainable lifestyle. I'm Jessica Stamp.
On Monday, YSU reported 33 new COVID-19 cases, a drop from the week before. The cases were from the week of September 19th. YSU has reported 138 cases of COVID-19 since the semester began. This week, the cases included 2 employees, 1 student living on campus, and 30 students living off campus. They tested 23 students through its voluntary program this week. All came back negative. On Wednesday, YSU reminded students that free face masks are available to students at any of the residence halls or apartments affiliated with campus. They are also available at the library or in Kilcawley Center. Check your student email for more information. Up next is Sean Hitt with Student Life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm Y and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University, and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa, and I'm Y and proud.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Sean Hitt, and this is your Student Life Update. Performers Jeannie Darnell and Michael Barron returned to Youngstown for a classical music recital. Darnell and Barron practiced with students from the Dana School of Music for the show, which took place last Friday. The show served as a stress reliever for everyone who attended.
You know, our society today is always so busy. They're traveling from one place to the next and they're working. It's nice to go to a concert where you can sit down for an hour and just focus on what's happening in the concert. Forget about your problems at work, forget about your personal problems, but just to focus in on music that is so beautiful and expressive of many human emotions that we all experience.
The concert consisted of classical music with a focus on piano and vocals. YSU mechanical engineering students Mitchell Kulaz, Thomas Saunders, and Taylor DeProfrio are aiming for the sky with the Rocket Club. The students are building rockets for their senior capstone project, and they hope to compete in the Spaceport America Cup in New Mexico in June 2022. The trio is constantly testing the rockets to make sure they're getting better and better with every launch. At the most recent launch, the rocket shot 3,000 feet in the air and hit a speed of 500 miles per hour. To learn more about the Spaceport America Cup, visit spaceportamericacup.com. The University Theater is opening for its 58th season. It's offering 4 in-person shows after the last season, which was held virtually. All shows will be performed in Bliss Hall. The first show, Almost, runs October 1st through 3rd. Little Shop of Horrors runs October 29th through October 31st and October 5th through 7th. The Music Man runs February 25th through 27th. The final show, Puffs, or 7 Increasingly Eventful Years as a Certain School of Magic and Magic, runs April 1st through 3rd and the 8th through 10th. YSU students can get free tickets and with their ID. To do so, visit ysu.tix.com. Up next is sports with Kyle Wills and John Ostapowicz.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Kyle Wood alongside John Ostapowicz with this week's sports recap. The YSU football team opened up conference play with a loss against the Western Illinois Leathernecks despite holding a 35-7 lead in the second quarter. Jambar sports editor Yusuf Hamza has more.
The YSU Penguins had a rough start to conference play as they fell to Western Illinois 38-35. YSU held a 35-14 halftime lead after Western Ill scored a touchdown in the last minute of the half. During the second half, YSU could not get their offense moving and did not score a single point. During the first half, both quarterback Demetri Crenshaw and tailback Jaleel McLaughlin had over 100 yards on the ground, but combined to fewer than 100 yards in the second half. Head coach Doug Phillips said it is hard to regain momentum once it's lost.
Hardest thing is once you lose that momentum, how do you get it back? And talk about the guys all the time that, you know, your measurement is not when things are going well, but when things go tough, you know, how do you bounce back? And
YSU had that momentum in the first half and was dominating offensively and defensively. McLaughlin had 111 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Crenshaw had 104 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Crenshaw also threw for 61 yards and went 10 of 13 in the first half. In the second half, though, McLaughlin had 25 yards rushing and Crenshaw only had 30 yards rushing. Crenshaw threw for 15 yards, an interception, and was 3 of 9 in the second half. Western Ill had 180 yards in the first half, but could not be stopped in the second half as they earned 220 yards.
And when you're not having the big play, I mean, I think we didn't have a first down the whole third quarter, I believe. You know, that just starts wearing, you know, plus our defense is on the field. We're not getting first downs.
The Penguins head to the University of Northern Iowa to face off in the Unidome, where they have not won since Jim Tressel was coach.
Probably, you know, the thing we need to stress is discipline. Like, we had too many penalties in that game. And, you know, we got to do the little things right, you know, on and off the field. Because when you go into the environment, which we're going into, a very good opponent, you know, that, you know, YSU hasn't been successful there since 1999.
Sophomore defensive back Troy Jakubek said the team is excited, but they have much to learn.
I expect to see a laser sharp focus, just in everything we do, whether it's coming up and making a tackle, act like it's game day every time.
Coach Phillips expects chaos from the team and wants to see what fight the players still have in them.
Chaos. You got to expect chaos. And you need to adapt to it, and then you need to be able to execute in it.
Maturity will be key going into UNI. Offensive lineman Dan Becker wants to make sure the guys are prepared to handle the big game.
So, I mean, we have to be mature and just go in there and, you know, not think it's too big for us, you know what I mean?
I know that if you give them chances to make big plays, they'll make big plays. So you just got to make sure you make every tackle. You can't have missed tackles.
Another concern for the team is the unique playing turf that UNI has.
Yeah, every time we go up there, everybody kind of freaks out about, like, the playing surface because it's different. It's AstroTurf, I guess, which kind of to us, we think of it as like carpet almost.
With these unique challenges ahead, the team is excited and feeling good after this week's practice.
Volleyball team lost its first 2 matches of Horizon League play this past weekend at the Beagley Center. The team took on Oakland and Cleveland State. The women fell in straight sets to the Golden Grizzlies to start league play on Friday and were defeated again in straight sets to the Vikings on Saturday. Earlier this week, head coach Elaney Scott discussed how the primary focus for this past
offensively produce at a much higher percentage. I think that was the biggest difference between us and our opponents. We dug well and we served well, but we couldn't produce offensively. So today, the whole focus of practice today was attacking, and we're going to continue to do that the whole week.
Sundays is set for 2.
That'll wrap it up for Jambar TV. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Jambar.
As always, stay safe, Penguins.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.